What about you, Hemant?
Thanks for giving intro. Myself is Hemant. I have done my bachelor's in mechanical engineering in India
Mm-hmm.
from VVIT College, which is located in Vijayawada,
I know,
affiliated to
Vellore College,
JNPT.
right?
And not with VVIT, Vasireddy Venkatadri Institute of Technology.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Then I got a campus placement from ITC because I belongs to mechanical engineer. It is related to supply chain management. Then I worked 3 years there. Then I moved to Adani Group.
Mm-hmm.
Then in Adani Group, I worked around 1.5 year as a supply chain executive for Fortune brand. Then I thought like having master degree is a add-on. Then I came to UK last year, 2024 January. I did my master's in supply chain management.
Masters
Before
in? Oh,
supply chain management.
okay. That too like belongs to mechanical.
Yeah, it is just an extension of that production planning and control. Most of the times we'll handle the project related to e-com retail, the
Okay,
end to end from
okay,
procurement to the customer.
okay. So why you shifted to IT?
I'm not shifting because if I have because most of the data related projects, all my supply chain projects also mostly depends upon this data
Mm.
because data is money nowadays.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's why having this will give as a more benefit. That's why I wanted to learn
Obviously,
this.
because not only in mechanical, everywhere like nowadays. Previously, it was it was a proverb, like time is money. Now data
Yeah,
is money for everybody. That's a great intro, and it is an inspiration to others also because you belongs to mechanical and you are working. You are interested to learn this data side projects and all. This is somewhat awesome.
yeah. While working in Adani Group, there is a product Blue Yonder. I think you know Blue Yonder category management, Catman.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the times we working on that because we need to get the planograms for the supply chain stores.
Mm-hmm.
That's why at that time I faced a bit difficulty. Then I learned SQL
Mm-hmm.
because I have to retrieve data based upon the past history sales, and then I need to forecast.
Yeah, yeah.
Then having this is a add-on. That's why I joined.
Yeah, this is an add-on, not only add-on. Like it would be, you know. Most of the mechanical people in my office also they were there like they were working for the software. So it's sheer interest. Like it is not you should not stick to your domain, and it is like that. Life is continuously learning. So me
Yeah, yeah.
also from masters from VLSI. I did masters in VLSI, and so I'm interested in doing PhD also. I got a
Because
seat
from
in
EC,
ISC, Bangalore, NIT Varangal, but I left due to pregnancy and all. Now,
okay.
I mean, I'm pretty much interested in this IT. That's why I shifted.
You
Yeah.
belongs to EC, ma'am.
Sorry?
You belongs to EC,
Yeah.
electronics and
Yeah,
communication.
I belongs to EC.
Okay. Thanks. Because most of my EC friends also did that VLSI course. That's why I know.
Actually, sorry, others, they were waiting for this subject. Okay, but actually,
Yeah.
I am very much interested. I'm a faculty for VLSI. So I love VLSI. When I'm teaching that subject, most of the people they have taken masters and now they were working in the VLSI. Due to my limitations like kids and all, so I need to move to IT. So, but really, s- at some point I felt very bad, like why I have left that. But as of now, this is good for me. I'm
No
going with the
worries, ma'am.
flow. Yeah. But anyway,
Thanks.
see, people are like that. They were in the middle. They can't go core, they can't go IT. It is like that. You're having all subjects.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, thanks everybody for your patience waiting
Thanks, ma'am.
all the way. Okay, so uh, we have not done anything yesterday, but today we will go somewhat deep inside the actual data engineering, what is data is going to be. and why we are here and why we are learning this. This is all like going forward, you will get more interest into this. I can assure that. But before going inside, you must be at least, give some uh, time to this, because as I know, you're all from SQL DBA. That is a great thing, but it is not like that. I'm not saying it's wrong, but those whoever having the DB, knowledge, they were working very good at cloud, because whatever the DB things you are doing, like partitioning and everything, that is also there in the cloud. So my suggestion for you is, don't like, if you are listening the class, if you are learning the class, don't go home and leave as like, we can brush up all these things at weekend. We can review the recordings at the weekend. I don't suggest that, because anyway you are spending 1.5 hour, 2 hours here. So just give 1 more hour to this. So by that you can, you know, be more proficient. You will be getting jobs sooner in the when you want to really want to shift the domain. This is a way you need to practice it. I suggest after 1.5 month you can put your resume in the Naukri, so you can give attending the interviews. So thereby you will get questions, and some of the interviews would be there like, you can't go, but you will get the questions, and you know the patterns, how the people are interested in data engineering and all. By the course ending, you will be placed. So that is assurance. I know, like, this course, especially, you can, you can take 4 years of experience by learning this course, not more than that. But because if you increase your more than 4 years, there would be more deeper things you need to know. Not only these tools, you need to add more Kubernetes and some more technologies they will expect, because then you will become the senior. So if you keep 4 years, this would be the great fit for your interviews, and you will get good salary hike. For 1 year, you will get 3 lakhs. So 4 into 3, it would be 12 lakhs if you have only Azure experience for 4 years. But you are having your previous experience also in SQL DBA. So that would be the added advantage. So your salary, you will get more hikes and all. I believe most of the people here are SQL DBA and they're all working. If you are not working also, no need to worry. We are here to help you, and we are happy to help people. So if you have any doubts, if you want to like, if you want more sessions and all, we can connect and we can extend the sessions also. It's not like that. But the course would be, if you are going in a flow, then it will take 45 hours. But if you are not more familiar with your programming languages, like PySpark and SQL, Python. So for Python, we need to learn. So if you are not familiar with that, we will add 5 to 10 classes more. By that, you will cope up with this course and you can get more knowledge on this and more hands-on, I'm expecting. So all these things we can go ahead. And so today I just want to explain something about data warehousing. That is very crucial in your data engineering, not only in data engineering, data scientists, data analyst. Everybody know the data warehouse. Is anybody there like who knows about data warehouse? Mm. Okay, feel free to stop me if you have any doubt in between also. That is fine for me. And I'm just going with my flow. As we have seen already in the yesterday's class, like, we have seen the industrial revolution. I'm just brushing up for 1 more minute here. So when you are considering your industrial revolution, like, nowadays we are having what is the factor which was impacting the industry is the data. So now you can say that data is your, like, how much data you are having, that much wealthy you are. You can think like that, because every businessman in their perspective of view, data is very crucial for them. So for that purpose, actually they were hiring you to clean and cleanse the data and to deliver the refined data to Power BI models. By that, the KPIs are going to be more clear and you can see in your dashboards. So finally, whatever we are processing, that has to be end up in the dashboard in Power BI, any BI tool. BI is nothing but business intelligence tool. So what it will do, it will give you the exact values in this year, how many sales has happened, what is the product that was that would be like getting more profits to us, and what is the product that is not captured by the people and they were like it is abandoned like that. So this kind of information is very crucial for any business. Again and again I'm telling. So you are working as a data engineer means like you are cleaning and clearing the data. You need to get good data onto your final layer. So this is all fine. So just understand what is the history of data engineering, why it has started, we have seen already. So in 1970s, you can see that you are having relational database management systems, RDBMS. So the systems which you are working, like you are having SQL DBA, you are an administrator, but you know that in SQL you are storing the structured data. So there is, first of all, before going into the data engineering, we need to understand we are having three kinds of data. That is very important. Just checking. Oh, sorry, my throat was very bad actually. I'm having too much throat pain. Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we need to understand the types of data. We are having mainly three kinds of data. Structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. So what is nothing but a structured data? Structured data is nothing but the data is in the form of tables. Suppose if you are having you are having one Excel sheet. So in that you are having columns and rows. So whenever you are saying columns and rows, that can be called in columns or called as fields. Columns and fields both are same. Rows is nothing but records. So before going into this, actually, I want to mention you something. Like if you want to be a good engineer, good data engineer, not engineer, good data engineer. So it is not like that any bad or good in the employee status. What I'm saying is whatever you are writing the code, compact code, and whatever you are doing, for that you need some basics. These basics are learned by you in 10th class, 8th class, 9th class. It would be like that. We will forget that. So thing is, before going inside, if you know Excel very well, that is enough actually. If you understand Excel very well, that is enough to get most of the code to get understand. I'm not speaking about code. What I'm saying is if you understand Excel properly, so then you can understand easily the uh, data engineering things, because whatever you are doing in the Excel sheets, that formulas, that everything, so all these things we are using, we will be more familiar when we are going deep diving inside the data engineering. So the one who is more good at Excel, he can understand easily. And the second thing, you know, uh, DSA, anybody? Algorithms, data sets, algorithms. If you know those things, then that would be more helpful for you, but nobody will tell you these things. Everybody will start teaching their tools and explaining their tools, and they will give you, some insights, and they will make you to understand. But the prerequisites for anything is some of the basics from our childhood. It has to come. So everybody knows Excel, but you need to understand VLOOKUP, such kind of things when you are having some free time. This is all like how the data engineering goes. It took me for 6 years to understand, because how to get into that, because when we are trying to do something without any knowledge, it would you know give you some frustration. But when I saw somebody, I will ask them, have you have even they were younger than me, I'll go and ask them that how you are doing this thing, what is the background for you, and how you are doing all. So by collecting all the insights, I came to know that, like, the person who knows Excel very well, they can work very well. This looks very, like, I can't say this is looking like a joke, but it is true. It is a fact that if you know Excel properly, you can do better data engineering. Mark my words. So if you know Excel properly, you can do it. If we at the end of the session, we can have some of the Excel sessions also, then that would be not like after completing this only, we can go for that. I'm not teaching you Excel. And this algorithms also, if you have some time, like those who are finding some time, at least half an hour, 1 hour, like that, you can spend, you can check for some of the tutorials on the YouTube or somewhere. You will get all the information. So by looking into that, by watching them, you can get more insights about data. This much I can say as of now. So what I'm saying, structured data. So structured data is nothing but where you are finding columns and rows, which are nothing but fields and records. So if you are seeing the column headers, and if you are having the rows as a data, so that can be called as structured data. The best examples for structured data is Excel file, XLSX, CSV, CSV file, and you will have, what is CSV? Excel file, we all know that we are having suppose if you're looking into this data, you can see this, like you are having columns or fields. This is for sales ID, you are having data. These are nothing but records or rows. So this kind of data is nothing but structured data. So you are getting all the data. This kind of data is nothing but structured data. So another file is there, okay, where you can find this is nothing but CSV file. You can say that both looking the same. Actually, it is an Excel file. So the how you are calling this a CSV file. So I'm just opening like that. But if you see exactly CSV file, CSV is nothing but what, comma separated value. So each value here you are having, right, the sales ID, comma, customer name, comma, product ID, comma, like that you will have all the data. I'll show you one file. You can see it. Like, this coming. So
I think you can open it in Notepad, no? It
yeah,
will open.
I can open it in Notepad. That's fine. So you can see it here. You are having column headers, comma separated, and you are having the data that also comma separated. So not only comma separated, you can take whatever the special characters you are having in your keyboard, exclamatory mark, @ hash, dollar, and pipe symbol also would be there. You can see enter button, right? On the top of it, you are having backslash. There you are having one pipe symbol. You can see if you're logged in with your laptops, you can see it. You are having one pipe symbol. So anything would be, all files can be called as CSV only, comma separated only. But we need to mention the special character which you are taking for the separation. So this is PSV, pipe separated value, tab separated value. Like that you are having many separated values. But the thing is, we are taking the data in structured format, which means either it is CSV or it is XLS or anything, any file which is having columns and rows is nothing but structured data. So all your SQL is having structured data. The tabular columns, like where tabular data you are having in SQL, you having all your tables, right? So the tables are having records and fields. Understand? So this is what the structured data you can call. You are having CSV, XLS, Excel. And what is unstructured data? What is unstructured data? Unstructured data is nothing but, if you are browsing your Facebook, you can see that you are having videos, you're having audios, and you having some text, you have some messages, some emojis, all kinds of things. Like there is no structure for that data. There is no structure. So it is not having any columns. It's not having any records or rows. That kind of data, you can call it as unstructured data. So unstructured data is nothing but the data which is not having any kind of structure. Example would be social media data. And now, what is semi-structured data? Semi-structured data is nothing but like XML files, JSON files. This kind of files are nothing but semi-structured. So how the JSON files look like? If anybody knows the Python dictionary, so JSON file looks like that. So you are having one key value and you are having one pair. So such kind of files is nothing but such kind of language is called as JSON files. So JSON files or XML files. I'll show you that also. Okay. You can see. Just a second, it will come. So you are having one key. For that you are having values. And again, title, example, glossary. And you're having title is, for that you're having this kind of dictionary type language or dictionary type file. You can call it as JSON files. So JSON files is not a structured data. At the same time, it is not unstructured. It is semi-structured data. This kind of files are called semi-structured data. So you are having key, and for that key you having one value. Name, JString, and description is this. Type is component. Home page, what it would be. Like that you are giving one key. For that you are having value. You can say that, like, suppose if you are writing Terraform script, anybody, there also it would be like that only. So this kind of files, you call it as semi-structured. The data is here semi-structured only, but it is not completely like columns and rows. and what is the use case, where we are using. We'll see all this. As this is a demo session, I can't go deep dive, but you can see it here. So you can see the XML file structure. It looks like this. You are having name. You giving this country. You mentioning like what is the country and birth date. It looks the JSON file, XML file format would be like this. So this kind of structure is semi-structured data. We are having mainly three kinds of data. One is structured, semi-structured, unstructured. Now tell me why we are going for the big data. Any particular reason for big data? What happens is, I'll tell you some history. Later we can go into that. How many of you there when Google has started? You know why big data when it came? This is very important. Why we are going for the big data? Whatever we are doing now, data engineering, that is all for the big data purpose only. So all data engineers would be the big data engineers. But unfortunately, the name big data engineer is getting more salary. And those who are working normally, like they were getting less salary. But actually, again, both were doing the same. Why big data? When it came. So what happened is, before 2000, there are two companies, Yahoo and Google. Actually, they were having very competition, like Yahoo and Google. What happens is they were search engines. You know what is the meaning of search engine? Yahoo and Google are the search engines. Search engine is nothing but you will search everything, whatever you write. So you're searching into the Yahoo and Google. So they have invested very huge amount on file system. Very huge amount on file system. Again, what is file system? We can learn it. Okay. So before that, what we are having? Before this, we are having RDBMS, which is nothing but relational database management system. Here what we are having? Structured data. Which is having rows and columns. So what happened is, this Yahoo and Google, they thought like why we can't do the same thing what RDBMS is, we are having, how we are loading in the RDBMS, if you know. It was like that, distributing and loading. So that we will go through in deep, like we will, don't worry if you don't understand also. As of now, we just think like that. So it is the resemblance of RDBMS, how they have developed the big data for the file system. Means before that, we are having only structured data, like rows and columns. But now in the big data, what we are doing is we are loading the files. So instead of loading tables, we are loading the files. The files may contain structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. So actually what happened is, these big data, why it came means, Yahoo and Google, what they were doing, they were storing the log files. Log files is nothing but where you are having, which is, log file is nothing but a text file. Suppose if you searched for who is the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. then what you will do? So this, whatever question you have asked, that has to be stored at backend in the Google. So this all this kind of files are nothing but log files. So this log files they have stored and they became huge. Day by day, when you are searching more, then what will happen? These log files are going to be becoming very huge. So every system will have log files, right? Suppose I'll show you something here. Percentage. So if you see, like I'm having so many log files. Whatever you do at the back end, it is going to be stored as a file. So this is nothing but log files. Every system will have the log files. Day by day, the file size is going to be increased. So now it became a headache to Google and Yahoo, like how to move terabytes of log files from one system to another system. It is not like that we can keep everything in the system. Previously, it was like that. Everything is stored onto the disk. So if you know, suppose I'm having one pen drive. If I'm keeping that pen drive to my laptop and I'm taking some videos out from my laptop to pen drive, how much time it will take? Can anybody? Mm, nobody. Nobody done that before.
Depend upon the size.
Depends upon the size, right? So at the same size, suppose if I'm moving from D drive to some other drive, how much time it will take in laptop? Which is going to take more time. I'm having
Uh,
10 movies in my laptop.
Yeah,
I'm loading
copying
that
to the
on.
external disk may take more time compared with the local.
Moving to internal drive.
It will take fraction of seconds, right? Why it is like that? Can anybody?
For internal, within the internal system, it's easy to move. If it is, we are moving to external system, that means any pen drive or hard disk, it take more time.
So that means disk to disk operations are slow. Am I right? So you are having your movies in your laptop, whatever ROM you are having in your laptop, you are having some disk, right? Disk memory. Disk memory is nothing but where you can detach. It is like permanent memory. We have already read that, right? So from one disk to another disk, if you are moving the data, it is going to take much time. It is quite common. But if you are moving internally, which means RAM. RAM means it is not storing anything. It's just moving and it is, when you off the system, it is going to be off, right? So it means disk to disk operations are taking much more time and they how to load their terabytes of data into another system. It is not that easy to think like. So how to store the terabytes of log files and how to analyze it? Why we need to analyze the log files? Because Google need to do some homework on your questions. How the people are asking the questions. Yahoo is going to do something with your analyzed work. Suppose if you are asking some queries to Yahoo, it won't going to be delete everything instantly. It will load all the log files somewhere and they will analyze the data. How the people are asking the questions. You can see, I'll show you something on Google today. Suppose this is Yahoo only. Suppose if I'm just searching who is. So this is the most asked question in Yahoo today. You can see it. It is coming, right? Who is the richest man in the world? Who is the president of India? I have not typed anything. How it is prompting? Because it is taking the questions and loading somewhere and it is listening to you all. So that's what is the most what is the most asked question today on Google? So let me give the date. Today means like it will. You can see the topmost search things on Google. So this is where this many times. Suppose if you see the search volume of YouTube, see this number, Amazon, Facebook, Gmail. See, you're seeing, right? How you are seeing all these things? These are all stored in your, not in your, in Google's log files. And in 2000, this was a very big challenge to them, and they have invested very huge amount on file system. How to move this terabytes of data or log files to analyze it. They need to analyze the questions. So in 2003 and 2004, Google introduced GFS. GFS is nothing but Google file system, and Yahoo introduced HDFS. HDFS is nothing but Hadoop distributed file system, and both are same. So in 2003, 2004, they have introduced the file system. File system is nothing but we are moving the files which were having unstructured, structured, semi-structured data, all kinds of data, and we are moving that from one system to another system, the terabytes of data. So this is all happened, and this is all we started there, the concept of big data. We can go through this after some time, just. 1970s, RDBMS, 1980s, data warehouse, 1990s, data warehouse again. In 2000, you got the yellow elephant. Yellow elephant is nothing but Hadoop distributed file system. And in 2010, there is data engineers. And then in 2020s, we are having lake houses. Okay, just think what customer expects from data engineer. They were expecting, what is our goal? Our goal is to give the data which is consistent and having quality. What is data quality? Data quality is nothing but the data must be clean and clear. Like suppose if you are having rice at your home, right? So what we will do before cooking that? So we will clean it, right? So we will clean everything, whatever the stones we are having or anything, paddy and everything, we are going to remove that, and we will get clean rice. How to cook that? So how to go, like to use that to eat. In the same way, data quality is nothing but you need to remove the data which is not matching with your column headers, and the data which is having nulls, which is having some junk data. All this kind of data, we need to clean it, and we have to provide the refined data to the Power BI. And next one, real-time data processing. It is not like that you are having data. Yeah. Again, we are dealing with big data. Big data is nothing but terabytes of data. So terabytes of data is, can you expect that as streaming data? Anybody say what is streaming data and what is historical data? Do you have any idea about that? Come on, speak out.
Streaming data means, ma'am, live data, and
Mhm.
historic data means old data.
Okay, that is right. So let's have a discussion. How many of you watched the cricket on TV live, Hotstar? I think all of you, right?
Yes.
How many of you know that there is 2 balls lag in your television? Those who are doing the online betting, they know that, right? So actually you are playing here by watching. If you are watching the cricket on your TV and you are playing, you're definitely going to lose because already 2 balls are already done. Suppose if I'm at 2.4, okay, in my television, it is already there at 2.6. The second over is going to be finished, right? So that is the mistake where the people will do. If it is live means we are getting the live directly, the content. No, in the stadium it would be different. On your television it would be different. And meanwhile you are having advertisements also. There is a big chance to lost the bet. So what I'm telling you is the data which was stored, like suppose if I'm having historical data is nothing but, take an example, you are having your bank account, you will they will generate every month statement, right? So last month statement is historical data to us. Am I right? You have already spent your money, you have already having the statement with you. So what you can do on the historical data now? Just assume you are having your bank statement in your hand. What you can do with that?
We'll check the how much expenses happen.
Okay.
Any deductions, interest credited, subscriptions.
So how you have spent your money, you can check that. Means you can analyze the data. Am I right? Are you going to change anything in that data? No, it's already done. So the past data which you are having in your hand, that is historical data. That historical data is very important to a businessman. Why? Just think like that. Whenever you are doing with something, you need to understand why we are doing this.
To understand the better and to get the control over of.
Yes. So to understand things, suppose if you have already spent all of your 90% salary on your luxuries, this time you got your statement in your hand, you saw that, and you can do some changes to your next month thing. It is not like that you can go back and change anything in the history. That kind of data is historical data, and whatever data engineering concepts we are working, whatever we are doing, that is all on historical data. So all on historical data. That is why we are having big data. It's already done data. We are giving that data to the Power BI to get some insight to the businessman, not to us. So this is what actually. And what is streaming data? Streaming data is nothing but you are getting, suppose as I told, I have taken the example because many people will connect to that, cricket. So that streaming is nothing but some data. There will be some checkpoints. Let me give it here. Suppose if I'm having, this is a stadium where they were playing the cricket. And here I'm watching it on my television. Stadium. This is a television. So what happens is, in the stadium, they were playing. What these people will do is, they will collect the information, like they will record the match for 20-30 seconds. This 30 seconds are stored somewhere, and this 30 seconds are transmitted to your TV. That's why your lag in your, depending on your, like in your stadium, it is going to be 2 balls before. Now you are, if you are in 2.6, now you are at 2.4. That is the difference, because this is also a kind of historical data. This 30 seconds are going to store in some checkpoints. They will keep some checkpoints. They will put some limitation for this, like say 30 seconds, or this 30 seconds data is stored somewhere and it is given to your streaming. This is nothing but streaming. Streaming is also historical, but not that historical. It is like you can call continuous data only. It is continuously generating, but again, this is a kind of historical data only. So streaming. This is what happening with your streaming data. This is nothing but real time. real-time data processing. That has to be good. Improved decision making. How you can take good decision on your past data when you give the correct data to them. So that is what they were expecting, the consistency and scalability. Scalability is nothing but this is again a big topic. It will take 1.5 or 2 hours to cover. I'm just giving you some insights. So scalability is nothing but where you are managing your resources according to your data. Suppose if I'm having 100 TB of data, I should not take 5 GB of cluster I can run on that, because this 100 TB of data is not weighing on the cluster. Something has to be taken. This you will understand when you're going forward. Okay. So better data governance. What is data governance? Where you are giving the reliable data. Roles of data engineer. You are responsible for every step of data process, from managing data to analyzing the data. What is managing? What is analyzing? Analyzing is nothing but you are giving to the BI tools. That is fine. Managing is nothing but how you are receiving the data and how you are cleaning the data. Okay. And pipeline centric. So you need to develop some pipelines from end to end, like that is a data engineer work to associate with the data scientist. Okay. So database centric. So you are having multiple databases. You don't get only one database when you are working. You will have multiple databases. You need to work on it accordingly. Depends on your data warehouse. So again, what is data warehouse? We'll go. Just understand this picture. What we will do, we will order something on online. This will go to your ERP systems where your data would be stored, and it is going to your warehouse management system. What these people will do, they will check for your warehouse. Warehouse is nothing but you are loading everything. Suppose if I am taking some cloth store like Reliance Trends. So in the Reliance Trends, all the clothes would be there in some point at warehouse. Warehouse is nothing but a storage point. So they will check the warehouse, like whether this product is available or not. Sometimes it would be like that. You put that in your wish list, and when you wake up and you check it, it won't be there because already sold out. Product is not available. That kind of thing you're going to see. That is because this person who is managing this, he will check the warehouse, not physically. Everything would be entered into your database. So they will check in the database and they will see that the product is not available. If it is available according to your address and all, they will pick it and pack it. So then they will give it to your shipping. These people, whoever having that parcel, services, and they will get that parcel and they will deliver to you. This is all the reality of the market. This will happen. So who is doing the job here? There would be definitely a data engineer who is taking care of everything. The CRP systems, e-commerce operators and all, like this data is going to be given by data engineer. And as of now, if you understand or not, this is the heart of data engineering. We will go inside deeply, but now you just understand this picture for I'll continue for 5 more minutes as I have started 10 minutes late. See, we are having sources. We need to understand one thing when we are doing some work, even when you are going for the interview, they will ask you what is the source and what is your target. Here I am receiving through different sources. The source might be anything. But the thing is, we will extract the data from the source and we will take one staging. In the staging, we will do some transformation and load it into the warehouse. This warehousing concept is very important. So let me explain. Yesterday, in the last class also have explained. This is a source and this is a target. some hotel I'm taking. And you're the customer. Let me take one volunteer. Okay. So let me take Naresh. So I'm taking Naresh as an example rather than customer. What Naresh is doing now, he just ordered some food from this hotel. Now he's a warehouse. This hotel is having different kinds of foods and all. Naresh picked some biryani. He ordered in the Swiggy. Now what will happen? This order will go to that hotel and they will accept it, and Swiggy will assign some person for this to bring this biryani to the Naresh. That is fine. So what the Swiggy guy, let me consider this as Divya. Now what Divya will do? She will go to this hotel, right? She will pick the parcel. Okay, shall I take it in on my hands to give it to Naresh, or what can I do now? Nobody done Swiggy also.
A delivery boy will come
Silent
and
crowd.
take place this order.
Okay. Where can I place that? I'm the delivery boy. Sorry, delivery girl. I need to
At hotel.
have one vehicle, right? I need to keep this in one vehicle, right? I can't go by taking it on hands. After putting this in my vehicle, what I'll do, I'll take this, I'll take that vehicle and I'll go to Naresh. I'll give that parcel. This is what happened. Let's understand the same thing with ETL. So what is ETL? ETL is nothing but what I'm doing here, I'm getting the biryani from the hotel. Hotel is a source, which is nothing but extract. And this is a source for me. Extract. And after that, where I'm keeping in a temporary storage area. Because I can't.
Loading.
Yeah, somebody is saying something. Who is that?
Rajesh.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah. It's loading, and main vehicle is behaves like load
Loading.
the data.
Extract. Loading is different part. I'm just extracting. I'm getting the parcel. Now I can't handle it with my hands. So I'm taking it into a temporary storage area. That is my bike.
Transformation.
So here what? Yes. Here I'm doing transform. I'm loading this transformed data into my warehouse, which is Naresh house. Right here I'm just loading it. This is what the exact ETL. Extract, transform, and load. What we are extracting data from the source. We are transforming it, some ETL tool, that is nothing but here, ADF, Azure, data, factory. It can be Azure Database, both can be used. I'm doing some transformations on the top of the data. Now I'm having good data with me. I'm loading the data to the warehouse. From the warehouse, who will connect? An analytical team is going to be connected from the warehouse. I'm just using Power BI. This is just to understand one ETL, and this part is done by, this green color part is done by, sorry. This is all by data engineer. And this is by data analyst. This is what the difference. If you have any doubts, let me know. Tomorrow we'll understand what is warehouse concept and all. No doubts?
So here
Yeah.
warehouse is nothing but storing the data in a centralized place, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Best example for warehouse, I can say it. Synapse in Azure, Redshift in AWS. We are loading data into the warehouse. Warehouse is nothing but where you are having all kinds of data stored over there. You know, data warehouse is different, data mart is different. We will discuss that while going forward. Just this is all just I'm just giving a touch up. Okay, not completely deep diving into anything. We will go inside. And Snowflake is the third party. These are all warehouses. Any doubts? No? Okay. Thanks everyone for your time.
Thanks, Divya, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Bye. Yeah, thank you.